Hello App Nation, welcome to another edition of Coaches Getting Coffee. I'm Matt President and we're here at Vicious Biscuit right around the corner from campus, and I'm joined today by the head women's golf coach at App State, Brittany Dabule. Coach, welcome to Coaches Getting Coffee. Thanks so much for joining us today.
No, I appreciate you having me, thank you.
Yeah, so I want to get into your career a little bit. You're relatively new here at App State, joined the Mountaineers last June. And what was it just as you were going through the process that really attracted you to App State?
Yes, the opportunity to bring back the excitement and competitiveness to the women's golf program here, to turn that into a championship program and bring back Sun Belt Conference Championship to the university.
You grew up in Hilton Head, that's a golf hotbed. Is it just a prerequisite that you were going to play golf from a young age? How did you get into it?
No, actually, I was born on Long Island, New York. So my family and I moved to Hilton Head when I was going into 7th grade, so back in 1999. And I actually grew up playing ice hockey. And then obviously moving to Hilton Head, there wasn't much ice to work with. So that's kind of when I traded my hockey sticks in for golf clubs.
At what point during your playing career did you realize, like, I could be really good at this? You played collegiately, you played on a mini tour professionally. At what point did the competitive juices push you in that direction?
I think, I really started getting competitive with golf going into high school. And I was part of a really good high school team that won 2 state championships for Hilton Head High. And then I went on to play at Winthrop, and then I think really my best golf was after I graduated in college. When I was living out west and working as a club pro, I think that's really when I matured my golf game and kind of, found out what really worked for me.
You know, that's interesting because in being around some golf pros, they don't get to play a whole lot. It's a lot of grueling hours in the office, teaching lessons and all that sort of thing. So what was that experience like, and how were you able to fine-tune your game while you were doing all this other stuff?
Yes, upon graduating from Winthrop, I actually started my assistant golf professional career at Harbortown Golf Links on Hilton Head. And with that being a resort-style club, I never played golf, like, whatsoever. I was stuck in the golf shop, and it was until really I moved out west in 2012 is when I moved out to Scottsdale, Arizona, and I worked for Mirabel Golf Club. And I spent my winters in Scottsdale and my summers in Park City, Utah at Glen Wild. So I believe, once when I kind of went out there, the roles changed for me as a club pro. It was more of socializing and playing with the membership. So that's kind of really when I picked up golf again.
Okay, so you go from playing in high school, playing on a mini tour briefly, and being a club pro into coaching. What spurred that transition?
Looking back, I either wanted to play professionally or coach when I was in college. So I never was interested in being a club pro, but it kind of just I had an opportunity one day and it just kicked off from there. However, I absolutely loved how I started getting into coaching from the transition from a club pro. So I wouldn't change that for a thing.
So in coaching, in golf, it's a little bit unique at the college level in that you have individuals competing, and then you also are competing as a team. And then on top of that, different from other sports, you're competing probably more against the course than you are your opponent. Just take us through that dynamic and how it plays into how you coach your team.
Right. I think, to build a strong foundation, you got to have an overall team that wants the same goals. And, I think with my current team now, the camaraderie and the team atmosphere it surprised me how great it is. And everyone's pushing each other to be better. Everyone wants to be the best on the team. However, they want to be the best by beating the best players on the team. So I think just pushing each other to strive better, to have better individual scores, which will equal to producing better team scores. So hopefully we continue to do that this spring.
Golf has become a really international sport. You have 4 different countries represented on your roster. What's that dynamic, and how cool is it to experience all these different cultures together?
It's neat. I think it definitely brings out a different team atmosphere versus teams that don't have international players. I'm very familiar with it. My first coaching position at South Carolina Beaufort, 6 of 7 of my players were international. So it's definitely different, and it kind of gives the players opportunities to learn about different cultures.
Finally, you guys are getting into the thick of things here in the next few days, starting in Las Vegas, and then you were telling me in Hilton Head. Just what are you most excited for this season, and what highlights are there on the schedule?
Definitely Vegas. I know my entire team is kind of fighting for that travel spot, the 5 travel players, but I think having the opportunity to go out west and experience more of desert golf and the different climates and you know, the mountains and versus kind of here. But I think kicking off in Vegas and then taking a red eye back into Charlotte and driving to Hilton Head for a second tournament that week. It's a lot, but it's going to be exciting. It's during spring break, so I think that'll be good. But most importantly, I think the student-athlete experience. It definitely enhances that.
Coach, we're looking forward to it. Best of luck this season.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
She's Brittany Dabule, I'm Matt Present. This is Coaches Getting Coffee. We're at Vicious Biscuit, right around the corner from campus. Stop in anytime. They've got some delicious food that we're gonna enjoy here in just a moment, and we will see you next time on Coaches Getting Coffee. Awesome. Thank you. It all looks delicious. All right, I got the Belgian waffle and fruit and bacon. It looks delicious. Don't worry, this isn't just for the 2 of us. This is our whole crew, but we wanted to showcase the awesome food here today at Vicious Biscuit, and we can't wait to dig in.